Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, albeit a very croaky man-flu-ridden Backyard Bullion, coming to you with a really interesting little bit of news out from the Raw Mint regarding some of the memorial coins that they made last year to commemorate the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. So these 4 tabs that I've got here with these coins are the examples of some of the ones that I was interested in. There are others in the range, and of course there's BU coins and all of that. And at the time of production, these coins had, some of them anyway, an undefined mintage. The sovereigns had defined mintages, but the majority of these were going to be made to order for General Joe Public. If they want them, they get them. And then the Raw Mint would publish the mintages at a later date. And that is exactly what they've done. And I'm quite surprised they did it quite so quickly, because normally it takes a good 3, 4, 5 years and Freedom of Information requests to get these mintage figures out of the Raw Mint. But here they are. Now, I'll put a link to this page in the description box below so you can go and check out all of these, because we're not going to cover everything. And they have, as you can see if I scroll down, they've covered everything, which is really very good of them. And it's nice to see the transparency. But it does also give us some interesting kind of rundowns on what the different mintages are for some of the key coins within the collection, especially down here for the sovereigns. And we can also see, relatively speaking, how popular things might have been, certainly for the sovereigns, which had defined maximum mintages. So I have actually done a little bit of a cheat sheet over on the Silver Forum for the sovereigns. I'm not going to go through the entire list of everything here because it's going to take me bloody ages. It took me a while to do it for the sovereign set, but I have compiled a little cheat sheet here which shows the maximum coin mintage, as you can see, as declared by the Raw Mint, the actual mintage as declared in this list here, and then a percentage of that has been sold, essentially. So we've also totaled up down here at the bottom the total number of each coin that exists, so double, single, half and quarter, because of course there are, whilst a maximum mintage of just the single 17,500 for the gold proof sovereigns, they are also included, of course, in the sets of sovereigns. So we can see that a maximum mintage of 23,160 yielded 20,403 of these coins in existence. Now the Raw Mint does caveat this figure here, interestingly, with 2 asterisks, which then meets up with 1 asterisk down here, a little bit of a typo perhaps. But anyway, just these things annoy me sometimes. Anyway, they say final sales figures for these products are still pending. They will be confirmed and published in due course. So they are still potentially trying to sell those last, 100 and, I can't do maths quickly, 227 coins that they've maybe got left in stock for those. So it's likely that that will change, but we'll have to see. But it certainly won't necessarily yield the full 100% of the mintage there. Now, what this doesn't take into account is that there are some coin sets, as I've done videos on recently, that have these coins in them. And so I think that this additional 3,000 mintage is probably included in a lot of them. You know, for example, the Windsor coin collection at £44,000, which I did a video on last week, whilst there's only maybe 20 of those in there because it's a 20 limited edition set, you know, there's little bits here that will add up all along the way, and there are other sets out there that the Raw Mint are trying to flog at extortionate prices that include these coins. But this is, I think, as good as we're going to get. We certainly know the max mintage, and we know a really good indication of what the actual mintage is for these coins. And that's really important because it allows us as coin collectors, coin flippers, coin sellers to know what the rarity is like for each of these coins. So we can see here from an immediate look that the 5 coin, the proof 5 coin set, including the quintuple sovereign with a mintage of 1113, is a very, very low number compared with a lot of these others. You might look at the 4 coin set and say, well, that's the lowest, surely. But remember, that includes the double sovereign, which is also included in the 5 coin set. So down here, double sovereign, 1,950 for 1,787 total. So the 5 sovereign set, or the 5 sovereign piece, I should say, is one of the lowest out there, which I think is very interesting. Now, if we jump back up here to some of the other sales figures, because we don't just want to talk only about the sovereigns, there are, of course, lots of other types of coins that were sold from the Royal Mint, and we've got all of the mintage figures here. So certainly some sold of all of them. We can see huge numbers for the BU uncirculated coins, so this would be in the Cupra nickel version, so just the non-precious metal version of this coin, 120,000 of the £5 one, which I believe would have been, that was the ounce design. This is the one that would have had the £5 denomination. So there you go, you can see that one has mintages of the silver proof of 22,501. So a pretty high mintage, all things considered, for that coin. And there's a few others in the different size ranges of that. We're not really going to go into all of those. The gold proof version, 1140. That's pretty low for a sort of £5 gold coin. So that is an interesting one. And we've got some platinum coins as well up there. But so those are what those ones are. Now, this is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the ounce range. So this is this coin here, which is, in my opinion, superior to this one because it's made of 909 fine silver. I think the design looks better. It's a little bit more sort of in keeping with how we know and look at Queen Elizabeth and how she looked. You know, these coins here, her portrait is really bad. So yeah, this one is, in my opinion, a superior coin. And the ounce range, let's have a look and see. We've got a 1 ounce platinum 117. They made some big old coins here. 15 kilo gold, 1, 5 kilo gold, 1, 2 kilo gold, 1, 20 of the 20 of the 1 kilo golds. I mean, those are out of reach of most people. But as we go down the list, we can see here 1 ounce gold proof, 1,200. Quarter ounce gold proof, 2,900. Sales ongoing for those. The 1 ounce silver proof, 24,947. Now remember, these coins have an unlimited mintage in the sense that they were minted to order. So these are pretty much, unlike the sovereign cheat sheet that I've got written down here, these are sort of the defined mintages for a lot of these coins. Annoyingly though, they are doing these double asterisks, which leads to a single asterisk at the bottom. Really annoys me. But anyway, they are still looking like they might be minting or selling them. I don't know. Maybe they have more in stock that they just haven't sold. They're not maybe minting them anymore, but they've got some that will then potentially be sold. If they're not sold, I don't know what happens with them. Maybe they'll be melted down. Who knows? But we'll know the defined full mintage at the end. What I would have preferred from the Royal Mint is, quite frankly, just to say, how many have we made? 27,000 for this. And then, you know, they've sold 24,000, but 27,000 exists because eventually those coins will go out to Joe Public somehow, somewhere. So anyway, 50p. This was a really good one. I love the 50p. It's a very, very beautiful coin. It's probably the best design in the range. And if this had been on one of the 1 ounce silver coins, it would have been really successful. But alas, it was on the 50p. Coming in at one of the most affordable in the range, it still underperformed compared with the ounce range, which I think is interesting. So this one doesn't have any asterisks on it, which is good. So we can see that this is now the defined mintage for these coins. So 50p silver proof, 21,000. It's pretty high. It's not going to mean it's going to be an incredible performing flipper coin for the future. You can see all of the other little bits of mintages up here as well for the different varieties of those 50p's. I'm not really bothered about them, but maybe you're the one that bought one of 13 of these 50p gold proof and stamp sets. I don't know, but it's interesting, I still think. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II 2022 definitive coin set. I think this is the annual coin sets, I think I want to say. I could be wrong, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it is, and I think I bought one of these. So I think I have one of these 11,499. I have to check my records. But these are pretty low mintages, really, for these low coins. I mean, these sort of gold proof sets of these editions, they don't really go for very well, good money, I should say, on sort of second-hand sites and sales. So difficult to know exactly where that will be. But I think the most interesting section is definitely the sovereign section for me. It does, I think, show some interesting figures here for percentages sold. So if we look at this and we sort of look around there, we're all hovering around the high 80s, low 90s for most of these. We can see that the single proof sovereign had the most success, sitting at 98.72%. But when you compare the single sovereign with the total made out of the maximum potential mintage, it's only 88% sold. So that, I think, is interesting. But with a high mintage of over 20,000 certainly in existence, with potentially more as well in some of these fancy pants, very expensive sets and very expensive boxes, it's interesting to see where that sort of will go in terms of the resellability of it. I do think still in this set, considering the mintage is nearly a 20th, the 5 coin set, the quintuple sovereign, I keep getting that wrong, the quintuple 5 sovereign piece, that's what I want to say, still remains the key coin and will, I think, be the key coin for this set for a very long time, with the double hub on its tails with some really low mintages of those all combined. The half and quarter sovereigns did okay. They're sort of more affordable in the terms of you don't have to shell out quite as much money to get something quite so beautiful. And with relatively low mintages compared with the single sovereign, the half, I still think the half is a really good pick for this set. If you don't have the budget to go and spend £1,000 on the singular sovereign in proof, then you can certainly look to get the half sovereign. I think that will be a good product to maybe target if you wanted to have something from this set. So they're the coins. There they are in all their glory. I love them. I think they're brilliant designs, these sovereigns, and it's nice to see them Mintage published from the Royal Mint. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section about the Mintage figures, about what that reveals to you. If there's anything that I've missed that you think you should or you would like me to have said, I do apologise, but that's the nature of making videos. It'd be great to hear from you down in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you to my Cool Kids Club members for watching to the end, and to all the Backyard Bullion Ramblers. We'll see you next time. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.